All right, let's talk about Taco Bell. You get it? Anyways, Taco Bell, my first after school job. I got it when I was 17 and I was a junior in high school, and I remember I got hired on April 2nd. Before I resume talking about it, let's go get a bite. I remember at this point in my life, I was so broke. The girlfriend that I had at the time, she was paying for like everything because I had no car, so I wasn't driving, and I had no money because I had no job. So then I was desperate to find a job. I was applying at Subway, Taco Bell, and some other places, but Taco Bell was the one that took me. But I hated it. Like, I absolutely hated it. They hired me for front cashier, and I remember the managers were so unorganized and they didn't know what they were doing with their job. They bragged about how much money they made, even though they made so little. All I would do was take orders at the front, greet people, and wash dishes. That's literally all I would do. They wouldn't want to show me anything else, which is what I hated. And the reason why I'm bringing the story up is because earlier I was at Taco Bell using the restroom, and as soon as I felt the food, it just brought back memories. So, guys, look at my view, by the way. So I remember when I started that job, I started off on the wrong foot because the day I got hired, I asked for days off already. I asked for prom because prom was coming up, and then the day after that, and they gave them to me, but they didn't. They probably had their mindset of like, oh, it's just another high school student that's gonna miss a bunch of days, and that's just how it started. About 1 or 2 weeks into the job, I was closing my till, counting the money, making sure everything was good, and the till had a bunch of pennies in it, and I just dropped the till everywhere in the back room, and the pennies went everywhere, and the manager got mad at me. He's like, okay, this is what pisses me off, that you're staying later than you're supposed to, and you're dropping all the pennies everywhere, and you probably did it on purpose, right? I was like, dude, chill out, bruh, chill out. Yeah, that was another bad move right there. I think I got written up for that for some reason. Yeah, then eventually I was like at that breaking point where like, okay, I'm not learning something new, they're not helping me with anything, so I don't know if I'm gonna be here much longer. And then I finally asked, I was like, hey, can I make food, because I'm a fast worker and I want to be making food, doing something other than cashier. And they said, nope, we hired you only for front cashier. I said, all right, f y'all then, you know. And I stayed with that job for another like 2 days, 3 days, and then that's where I was looking for another job. And guys, this is actually a very important story, because at this point in my life, I was so broke, and I remember my mom had moved back to Washington, and I had stayed in the apartment that we had lived in, but I stayed there by myself, so I had to take over the whole entire rent and all the bills. But she was helping me with half the rent at the time because I was still in school and I was a junior. So I was scared, and I was praying to God like he helped me find a job. And at that time I applied as a cook at the Manor, which is the one job that I always talk about. And they hadn't accepted me. I just had an interview, but I knew in my head that if I only had one interview, that's all I would need. I would get the job right after that. And I had the interview. I didn't get the job on the spot, but I put my 2 weeks in, and I risked it. You know, I had no job, but I just put my 2 weeks in at Taco Bell, and I said, hey, I don't want to be here either way, you know, I gotta get another job. I then got the job at the Manor like a few days after I quit Taco Bell, and I was blessed because I started off full time and I started making money, and I was able to afford my rent, all my bills, and it was just something that helped me out a lot. And it was all because of God, you know, he helped me with everything. But I don't know, that's one of those risks. Like, I remember my second or third day of work when I was working the drive-thru, there was this customer and he was so racist, and he comes through the drive-thru and he starts mocking me because he knows I'm Mexican, and he starts saying me no speak English or whatever. Then he pulls up to the door and he looked like drugged up, and he's like, what, you got a problem? And I was gonna get mad and I was gonna start talking back, but it was literally my second or third day and I couldn't get fired at that point. And then the girl that was working with me, she's like, dude, just ignore him, he's stupid. This guy was one of those rednecks, you know, with the big truck, big Ford. He had a dog with him, and he just seemed like he hated his life. It was obvious to me. And I was like, damn, this is what the drive-thru is gonna be like all the time if I work here. And I just hated it from that point too. You know, it sucked. So the other day, the first time that I came here, I met a cool guy named Matt, and I was streaming on Instagram. I was doing a live stream or whatever it's called, and I met him, and I asked him a few questions about his drone because he was flying his drone up here, and we just became friends. And then he asked for my he asked for my number and he followed me on Instagram, and then we just started talking, and he's like, yeah, we should hang out and make some videos soon. And that's weird because I don't ask random people questions most of the time, besides obviously the customers that I have at work. But you know, it's funny when you ask one question or you're just curious about what someone else is doing, and you know, you're a genuine person, you can make friends pretty quick. You know, it's just a matter of actually approaching people and asking questions and talking to them. So anyways, why I was bringing that up, it was because I want to bring my drone here, and I want to fly my drone. But I feel like if I seriously bring my drone, I'm gonna either drop it in the water or I'm gonna hit something or someone, because I don't have much skill with the drone yet. So I need to keep practicing in the small fields and then move up here because it's the big boy playground. You know what I'm saying? I get Chipotle about 4 to 5 times a week because I'm kind of addicted, and I don't know, I just love Chipotle. Yeah, I'll get pico and corn, please. Which one should I go with? I'll go with lemonade. I'm about to devour this burrito. Alright, hopefully you guys can see me good right there. I don't know, hopefully. But as you guys saw, I got a lemonade, and I got a nice burrito. I have not gotten a burrito since 2 days ago because I had Panda Express yesterday, which I know people are gonna bash me in the comments. You know, why are you eating Panda? Why are you eating burritos every day? You know, but it's my life. You know, I love food. So I actually have a quick confession to make. I made a video and I titled it "Feeling Lost," and I made it and I edited the video, and it came out to like 5 minutes. And I was gonna upload it this morning, but I don't know, it was too emotional, and I don't know, there was background music on it, but I didn't feel like uploading it, so I just didn't upload it. And I don't know, maybe I will. If you guys like in the near future see a video uploaded on my channel called like Feeling Lost, it's one that I just kept there on private. So my first official summer in Portland, which is pretty crazy. I had never even been to Portland in summer or winter prior to me moving here, so it's a different experience. It's pretty cool. And I don't know, let me take a quick bite of this burrito though. This might be the thumbnail, but
I'm fucking around. Watch. I'm gonna get my ski mask right now, bro. I'm gonna go back and put my AK to his fucking head.
So yeah, the thing about being downtown is you always see crackheads and meth heads everywhere. And they're always crazy. They're always talking to themselves, always doing some weird stuff. I watched Deadpool about 2 days ago or 3 days ago. It was a solid movie. We got there about 30 minutes late, 40 minutes late. But I'd probably rate the movie around a 7 out of 10. It was funny. It was engaging. It was alright. So if you haven't watched Deadpool 2, go ahead and watch it in the movies. All my fans are probably gonna be dissing me in the comment section. Oh guys, you wanna see something cool? I know I'm gonna show this because I know Shanice is watching. But Shanice, the homie, the one, I think she was in my video, one of them, she got me this bracelet from Jamaica because she went there for about a week, and it says One Love and then it says Jamaica, and it's super cool, and I just put it alongside my Everforward wristband. So I'm always wearing 5 things. I'm wearing my earrings, I'm wearing these 2 wristbands, my Apple Watch, and my necklace that my buddy got me. By the way, I got this new GorillaPod that my camera is on. It's so much better. It was like $50, but it's so much better than the other one I had, because it doesn't feel like the camera's gonna fall off all the time, and you can have a good grip on it as well. Oh, I was in already here and I was talking about Deadpool 2. That's the mall. That's part of the mall, and up there where there's Punch Bowl and Social, the movies are right up there. So it's pretty cool because you can go up some elevators and then you just watch a movie, and it's super cool, super convenient, and the atmosphere itself is a lot different than like actual Regal movies because I don't know, it's just cooler. Basic I am. I took a picture, I don't know if you can see it, I took a picture of my burrito and the camera, and then you can see the city, and then I'm gonna caption it like just a boy and his burrito in a big city. So cheesy, but follow me on my Instagram. I'm gonna leave it in the link down below. Me after my first date. Okay, so when I was eating my Chipotle burrito, there was a nice young gentleman that approached me, and he asked me if I was like a vlogger or YouTuber or anything. I was like, yeah man, I got a small little channel, you know, just a few fans. you can go ahead and subscribe himself. But he was a pretty cool kid. I forgot how he said his name. I think it was Genie or something. But he was a pretty cool kid, and he subscribed, so that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. We gotta get more fans on this boat. Gotta get more subscribers. Gotta get more supporters. I just joke around when I say fans, but you guys know what I mean. Anyways, currently 5:04 p.m. Alright, kid you guys not, my battery is about to die. It's already at 14%. So I'm gonna stop vlogging on my camera, and I'll either switch over to my phone or I'll just vlog when I get home. First off, I gotta get a new battery for my camera for when I travel. Second off, I gotta get a case for my drone for when I travel. But the biggest thing is my battery. It was at 100% like 2 hours ago, and it's dead now. So yeah, I'm gonna go put this in my car, and then I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Alright, well I'm gonna set my camera here. Hopefully no one steals you guys, and I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, well, wait for us to get the calendar.
Hey, how you doing, John?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Good. Can I fill it up regular, please?
Well, you sure, mate? Window for you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you. Alright, so my camera isn't dead yet. I think it was like 10%, but I'm just filling up my gas tank again. You know, thumb rule, my dad always told me, always have your gas tank full. Worst case scenario though, don't let it go under half tank. So, you know, I always go by that. I always try to keep my tank full in my car. I just filled it up like 2 days ago, so, and I'm already almost halfway there, so gotta fill it up again. And this guy that's attending me, his name is John. He's a super cool guy. Always give him props when he's working because he has a great attitude. He's enthusiastic, and he's just quick at what he does, so it's a win-win.